It's coming up. Hey guys, what's up? It's Jennifer Hammond's Beauty Guide with Limelight by Alcone. But this has to do with a lot of things. Alright, so the title is, you know, if you're struggling in freshman year, we could talk college, we could talk high school, you should probably just quit. Because you're probably not going to make it in life. You're probably going to, you know, as a parent, I'm going to tell my kids that. You know, or if they can't read, like right off the bat, I think I'm going to tell them to just stop. They don't need to read or do multiplication or any of that, right? Because it's too hard, okay? And so I'm just going to take them out of school and say, you don't need to do this because it's just too hard for you, all right? No, I'm not. Let's get real. Here's the thing. There's too many people quitting because, oh my God, I haven't made it to the top. I haven't made it to my promotion, my CEO status, or whatever. Excuse me, are you going to go to college and get out freshman year and become a doctor? No, you're not, okay? When I was in nursing school, it wasn't freshman year, sophomore year. Oh, bam, I can be a nurse. Go ahead, be a nurse. No, I didn't learn anything yet. Even when I graduated and after I passed my NCLEX, I still had to do 6 months of training with another nurse, or it might have been 3 months, I don't know, watching me and watching my every move because I wasn't ready, okay? And that is the reason that you have education in everything you do. And when you don't have education, there's a good chance you're going to fail, okay? So I see this all the time in so many aspects. People are just like, it's just, you know, I didn't have this, I couldn't do this. And what you're doing with that is you're telling your children, most of my friends have kids, or you plan on having kids, or if you have some dogs or something that you have looking up to you, which is cool, dogs are cool. And so what you're telling your children when you do this is that it's okay to go ahead and quit. It's okay to feel that after 2 months of playing baseball as a 12-year-old and they didn't make the varsity team at the high school, then that's okay. They sat around at home all summer, didn't practice, didn't do anything. They, you know, just chilled and went to tryouts and didn't make it. Oh no, I wonder why. Because they didn't practice, okay? And people just, y'all need to realize you are worth it. Your kids are worth it. If you're going to tell your kids to keep trying, how come you're not telling yourself to keep trying? How come you're giving up after such a short period of time? I mean, you know, I see college people doing it, even high school kids, or I had middle schoolers that were like, at the beginning, you know, they're like, I'm done, I'll never learn this. And if I just told them, okay, I'm not going to teach you anymore, you go sit over there in the corner, and I'm going to teach these kids over here. Well, first of all, I probably would have gotten fired. Well, I did some pretty crazy stuff, but no, you're not going to do that. So why in the dang world are you letting yourself do that? That's exactly what you're doing to yourself. You're like, what? It's been 2 months. And I'm not at the top of this, or I'm not like the head office manager, or I'm not the, wherever you are, your store manager, because you've only been there for a little bit. I'm not saying that some people do, like, jump in and they could just bomb everything out. And, you know, like when I was 16 years old, I had my first job at McDonald's. Yeah, I was 16 when I started, and then I turned 17 right after. And I was promoted to manager within like 6 months. Because I busted my ass. And there were people there that were 30 and 40 years old, and I was like 17. You know, and I mean, I'm not saying I've been perfect my whole life. Let's get real. Be serious. I'm not saying that at all. But I've learned some things from doing imperfect things, okay? And so you need to stop thinking that you're not worth it, or that wishes, hopes, dreams. Yes, dreams are great. Hopes are great. Wishes, that's really not going to happen, okay? But to get your hopes and your dreams, you have to work for them. Wouldn't you tell your kids that? Most people I know would. They wouldn't say, oh, well, little Johnny couldn't write, so who needs to write? We don't need to teach him how to write. We don't need to teach him how to read. Or multiplication. That's a big one these days, you know. Multiplication. How about you just stop doing multiplication? Just stop. I mean, your teachers are crazy. You'll never use that. No, you're not going to tell your kids that. No legitimate parent is going to say, just forget it. Just give up. So why are you doing it to yourself? Why are you allowing yourself to give up so quickly when you haven't even been in the game? You haven't been to practice, but yet you think you're going to make the varsity. You think you're going to play over at the college when you just started running like last week. So I'm going to go run a marathon? Doubt it. I'm never running a marathon. Well, actually, I might if it's like some kind of bet or something. But I promise you I'm not going to run a marathon like just right out the gate, because you're not. There are certain things that you have to do in order to get there. You know, your kids, and you're going to tell your kids the same thing. You know, if they are trying out for, you know, high school football or high school baseball or whatever, and they went to practice 2 times, slept in the whole summer, and didn't do anything the entire summer, and then tryouts came along, are you going to go get mad at the coach? Really? I know there's some parents are, but let's go with the normal population here, okay? No, you're not. You're going to tell your son, well, son, maybe you should have woke up a little earlier. Maybe you should have wanted it more. And then they're probably going to do it because you told them that. So how come you're not telling yourself that? Everybody thinks that everything's going to just be like handed to them. It's not. It's not going to be handed to anybody. My daughter's coming in. What, baby? And that's the problem. Nothing's going to be handed to you. Maybe if you have a rich uncle that has no kids, I don't know. Even the lottery. You know, the Powerball was like 350 something crazy million. Well, the odds of winning the Powerball is something like 1 in 292 million. You have a better chance of getting eaten by a shark and struck by lightning at the same time than winning the lottery.
Hey, Mom, can you open the door?
Yes, baby. What's wrong? And so, there's so many people that just think that everything should just keep being given to them, but why? There are so many things that you can work toward and be consistent, stay patient, know the vision of what you really want to do, and you can make it. It's a 100% chance. It's 100%. It might take you 3 years. It might take you 7 months. Everybody's different. I'm going to tell you about something really amazing that I heard at our convention. And I'm not just talking about in direct sales. I'm talking about in life in general. Because, you know, there's people that, you know, quit college and quit this and that because, it, you know, whatever. I didn't have the books that I needed. Yeah, right. You're going to go get the book, right? You're going to go get the book. Get the book. That's from Armageddon. And so, I lost my train of thought. That's what happens when I try to be funny. And where was I? Anybody? Okay, so you need to stop quitting. There's too many people quitting on yourself. You're quitting on yourself. Oh yeah, the amazing thing at convention. So we had, you know, all the top leaders up on the stage, and you know, some of them made it in 6 months, and some of them made it in 3 years. Awesome. No matter what, we're still like, you're awesome, okay? And there's some people that are still like at the bottom of the totem pole, not the bottom, but they're like just chilling in the middle, and they're fine there, and that is totally fine because that was your goal and that's where you wanted to be. But this was something that was absolutely like that to me and to a lot of people. So when our very first beauty guide came across the stage, and somebody stopped her and said, "How long did it take you to get your very first recruit?" Meaning her a first beauty guide underneath her. We're all thinking a week, 2, you know, because we look at it from the perspective of right now. 18 months. It took her 18 months to get her first recruit. Well, now she's at the top of the company, and she's just balling and doing amazing things. She's always been a top seller. But it took her 18 months to get her first recruit. But you know what? She never gave up, and she sure was on that stage. She could have given up. There's a lot of people that give up in life. Michael Jordan, he really didn't have, like, natural talent. He was like, what was it? They didn't put him on his high school team and all of these things. Did he give up? Obviously not, because y'all all know who I'm talking about, right? If he would have given up, nobody'd even know who Michael Jordan is. Eminem was beat until he was like 9 years old, getting beat. He was, you know, all of these things. His first 3 records, like, bombed out. Did he quit? Nope. Dr. Dre found him after he kept keeping on, and he made it. And so, you know, you need to look inside yourself, and when you think things, think, how would I tell my child, or how would I tell my grandchild this, or how would I even tell my niece or nephew? Would I just say, it's cool, quit, let's just chill on the couch and play video games? You're not. You're probably going to still play video games with them, but you're not going to tell them to quit. You're just not. And so why are you letting yourself do it? You'll need to, you know, look inside yourself and just, you know, you don't have to quit. You have a 100% chance of being successful if you keep trying. The only time you fail is once you quit. Or once you could just continue making so many excuses that there's nothing else there. It's like everybody can make all these excuses. You know, so, whatever, I was talking to some of my girls today, and I was just kind of taken aback. I understand people get frustrated. I get frustrated sometimes. Like, why is this happening to some people so fast? And I know for a fact that I'm working till 3 in the morning, and I'm not at the top yet. Well, I was in the Navy. I was, you know, a nurse. I was a teacher. So I'm not like, I'm learning, okay? And so, but you know what I'm doing? Since day 1, I've been consistent. Not everybody on my page knows what I do, and that's cool, because I don't spam them. But I'm consistent, and I'm going to stay consistent, no matter what. I want everybody that comes with me to be consistent, but whenever you come to me, or anybody just in general says, how come I'm not making sales like you? How come I'm not recruiting people like you? And I'm like, well, let's think about this. I've been here since December, and you've been here for a month. Put things in perspective. You know, it's just not, and I'm not saying it's not going to happen super fast. There are some people that just rise to the top. They're rock stars. They talk to people. They can sell things. But you need to educate yourself in everything. And whenever you're just like, hey, going to the bar, and then somebody comes up to you and they're like, hey, what about that product that you have? And you're like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? Oh my God. Because you've been chilling. Chilling's fun. It's part of life. Do your chill. But, you know, whenever you have that, if you're not doing 100%, don't get mad when you're not getting paid 100%. Or when you're not being recognized as 100%. Just don't get mad about it. You can do it. You can do it all day long. But don't get mad about it. And don't get all like, what about me? What about me? You know, whenever I joined Limelight, there was nobody in this area that was with Limelight. Nobody. I never saw the products. Never heard of them. 100% honest. Never heard of them. I'd never even heard of Alcone. Goodness gracious, they've been around for 60 years. But I did a lot of research, and I found an amazing person to join under, which is Chelsea Kenyon. She's amazing. And I've taken every single thing that she's given me and ran with it. And I've also done other things to go outside of that. I stalk leaders of other companies. I stalk, stalk like as in their page. Hey, boys, and so I see what they're doing, and I don't go and copy and paste their stuff. I'm like, okay, well, I see that they're doing this type of thing. Maybe I need to do that. Maybe I need to create genuine relationships with people and not just try to sell them stuff. I know my products are amazing, and a lot of people know my products are amazing. But if I just straight come to somebody and be like, hey, Hey, knock on your door. Buy this. Put it on. You love it. You're going to love it. They're going to hate it just because you did that. They are. And so it's about creating genuine relationships.
Mommy, I'm hungry.
And not just to sell them something, just because that's what you need to do. You know, like, okay, baby, just 1 second. Daddy's cooking it. And so just stop the quitting. You know, no matter what your goals are in life, they're all attainable. All of them. You might not get all the way to the top, but it's kind of good, you know, to always still have something a little bit higher to aim for, you know. But when you quit, you're done. Or when you're not in the game, you're not even practicing, you don't go to practice. You know, let's say you're in band and you only showed up to about 2 practices. Well, you're probably going to be on the football field, like, all over the place. Well, I'm assuming your band director wouldn't let you be there, but let's just keep this funny. And you're going to be all over the field when everybody else is making this cool, like, LSU. Just throwing that out there. You know, do you see what I'm saying? Consistency. And you're going to tell your kid that. You're going to say, you wanted to join the band, you're going to practice. So how come you're not telling yourself, you want to be at the top of this company, or you want to quit your job, your full-time job, and be a mother and stay at home, but yet you're not putting in the work? I was working full-time when I first started. I have 3 kids. So, I mean, excuses and excuses and excuses. I'm allergic to excuses. And I don't have an EpiPen, so if you're trying to kill me, then give me some excuses, okay?
Hey.
That's my thing right now. And I love every single one of my girls that are underneath me. I love everybody that's over here and here. I want everybody to succeed, but I can't do it for you. I can give you every single tool that Chelsea has given me
Mommy,
and what I've researched myself, which is tremendous. I mean, the things that we have been given, I couldn't even put a number value on it. Some people have tried to put a number value on it because they're coaches and these gurus and everything else, and they're like $20,000.
Here's my play bag, Yon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go bring it to him. Go bring it to him. Yeah. And so, you know, the amount of training and all of these amazing things that Chelsea has given us and Limelight in general has given us because they want us to succeed, it's all wrapped up in this nice little bow. But you have to grab it and open it and go through it. You know, I probably said this before, and I know y'all have heard the first part of it. You can give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day. You could teach a man to fish and he can eat for a lifetime. But if that man sits on the couch and doesn't go to the pond, he's going to starve to death. And so we're giving you everything, or whoever you're with, whatever you're doing in life. They're giving it to you. Your band coach, or whatever they're called, band directors, your football coaches. They're there at practice. They're waiting for you. Okay? So you've got to meet them halfway. There's only so much that we can do. And the rest you have to do for yourself. So if you wouldn't let your children do it, why are you making an example that it's okay for you to quit? For you to just do whatever. Thanks for the hearts. I love them. But, you know, I'm serious. It might not happen overnight. It's not going to happen overnight. I mean, my gosh, Coca-Cola sold like 25 cases of Coke their first year. What if they would have? It was something really small, a little bit, like 25 cases their first year. And look at them now. You know, so, and Albert Einstein, 1,000 tries to do whatever. He's done a lot of things, but you know what I mean? So, if at first you don't succeed, try again. That's what you got to do. And go look for the stuff. Reach out to people. If you have the training right there, just grab it and open it up. Okay? So, I hope you all enjoyed this. And if you have any questions, and if you want to be on my team to do that, so we can rock it out, because I'm looking for rock stars. You want to be a rock star? You all can be rock stars. Everybody on my team can be a rock star. They all are. It's just inside. And they haven't let it out. don't feel that maybe I haven't either. I feel that maybe as a mentor, maybe I'm not doing enough. And so we all question ourselves. But you know, you question yourself, and then you know what? You wake up the next day and say, I am good enough. Let's roll. Okay? So, y'all have a great night. And school starts tomorrow for us, so I need to go get with the kids. And y'all have a great night. And just leave any questions. And if you're a replay watcher, please put it down below so I can thank you for joining me. And have a good night again. Bye, y'all.